I am just finishing the final 2 flowers here. Honestly, this did not take as long as I thought it would. It was really motoring pretty quickly, actually. These free motion hoops that I'm using are a game changer. It keeps everything sliding so well. So I really want to recommend these if you have a hard time moving your fabric, especially as we move now into the portion of the class where we're going to be responsible for making the designs ourselves. So let me pull this out. Let's take a look. Now, I recognize this is hard to see on camera because we've got light colored thread, but you can see it here on the big rows, and lots of good texture starting to take shape here. Just that outlining alone, even if you left it just as is, it's pretty cool looking. See what I mean? Very cool. But we are here to maximize our skills. And what I'm going to suggest we do now is take a wee break from the sewing machine, and I'm going to get out that plastic auditioning sheet. I'm just going to set my sewing machine to the side for a second. I'll be back to it in just a minute, but let's take a minute and make a little plan for what we're going to do on the outside of the quilt. So I'm going to grab my sheet, and you could make one of these yourself, or we've got some available at homemade.ca if you want to take a look. So what this is going to allow me to do is take a look at my panel and see where I've started here, is kind of go, what's it going to look like if I opt for this or that? When it comes to quilting, oftentimes we get stuck because we're not sure what are some potential design options. So I'm just going to show you here in some graphics, some ideas for things that you could do, as ideas. Things like just straight line quilting, or what about some clamshells or paisleys or pebbles? If you do even a quick Google search for quilting designs, or maybe you have a book that is full of different ideas, adopt them, practice, and implement them into something that you're working on. And a small project like this is a great place to practice. So what I'm going to do here with here it is. So if we take a look at our top left corner, let's start designing what we might do here. And if we bring in my sheet, you know, you could kind of see like, oh, we could kind of extend what's currently there with some additional foliage. So we've got these leaves down here. So we could go up and do a few more and have them kind of come up like this, or just try to make them look as similar as we can make them to the ones that are already down here. You know, and that's going to kind of link the pattern with the quilting. So we could do this kind of thing. We could extend some of the florals. If this kind of feels a little out of place, you know, this is what I like about this technique, is just get rid of what you don't want anymore. I'm gonna let that dry.